Hi, I'm Mystic Rose and welcome to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is going to be so much fun. It's going to be what do people think about you or notice about you when you enter the room. So there's going to be 3 different piles. You can choose from either gemstones or images or a combination of both, whatever you choose. And you can choose more than one pile if you are drawn to more than one pile, so keep that in mind. As with all general readings, take what you like and leave the rest. And if you are watching and you're really enjoying the video, please remember giving me a thumbs up and liking this video, leaving a comment, and subscribing really helps my channel to grow, and it helps to give me really good feedback on how I'm doing. So please keep that in mind. Okay, without any further hesitation, let's go ahead and get started on today's pick a card, all about what do people notice about you when you enter the room. Hello and welcome to your pile selection with gemstones. So for pile number 1, we've got this beautiful onyx gemstone. So if you are drawn to onyx, you'll choose pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have this gorgeous moonstone. So if you are drawn to the moonstone, you'll choose pile number 2. And for pile number 3, we have this lovely bronzite. So if you are drawn to this bronzite, you will choose pile number 3. All right, if you need more time, you can pause the video, but if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started with today's tarot pick a card reading, all about what do people notice about you when you enter the room. Hello, my group number 1. So if you chose this onyx or image 1, you're in the right place for today's pick a card reading, all about what do people notice about you when you enter the room. So this is going to be very in-depth, and I'm going to be using some oracle cards as well as the Light Seers Tarot and my intuition. I will also be using the archetypes cards as well, and whatever else Spirit leads me to use as far as different modalities. Okay, so as always, I'm going to start us off with a little prayer to Spirit so that I can get in tune with Spirit. So Spirit, please be here now with me. Help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to my pile number 1 collective, all about what are people noticing about them when they enter the room. And Spirit, please speak through me. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so I'm just cleansing my space here because I do a lot of tarot readings. Okay, we're ready to begin. Spirit, what do people notice about my pile number 1 when they enter the room? You got the rat and the cat. That's so cute, that cat with the little masquerade mask. I love that. I'm just gonna lay down the cards and then we'll talk about it, okay? And I always shuffle until I get a tingly sensation in my solar plexus, and that's when I know that it's time to stop. Ooh, we've got the Mystic and the Siren. Two really great cards. Wow, pile number one. So let me just take a look at these cards. It's very interesting because what I can already tell with the Page of Swords, that can be significant of Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius type of energy. So swords type of energy, which is interesting too, because we got the Tower and the Eight of Cups together and the Rat. And so what this tells me is you guys, when you enter a room, you can come across as like being somewhat like very independent and somewhat like tough, you know, like you can almost like own the room, you know, but you're very fiercely like independent. It's almost like you don't need to have the attention of a lot of people, you know what I mean? Like you're not begging for attention. You're very, very enigmatic too. I'm hearing from Spirit, you're enigmatic, independent. You have all of these qualities and traits that make you fierce. And I just heard too that you have like this bold confidence, a bold confidence. You're not afraid to be yourself. You're not afraid to be authentic. Like I said, fierce. The way you walk, the way you talk, everything, the way you carry yourself is very powerful and strong. You have like this innate power about you. I feel like it scares some people away. I'm not going to lie. I feel like some people are very scared of your energy because you carry this power innately within you, and you demonstrate that when you walk into a room. This could be out in public when you enter a room, like where there's a lot of people present. People that don't even know you could look at you and be like, wow, okay, who is that person? This could also apply when there's people that you know, even when you're visiting friends and you walk into their home or you walk into the space where they are. People just notice you. You do seem to walk with pretty good posture. You know, you walk with your head held high, and you're not afraid to be yourself. You know, you have a uniqueness too. See and hear this card here with the cat with one blue eye and one brown eye. That really does speak to your uniqueness and how when people first see you, they see how unique you are. You know, you can have like this larger than life and exciting persona or like personality that is also somehow very almost mysterious. Whenever I get the Mystic, that kind of tells me that you have some kind of element of knowingness about you or mystery. You see how there's an eye down here underneath the butterfly and then an eye above? I feel like too, like people are watching you. A lot of people are watching you with the eyes there. They want to know things you know. They want to know either like things you know or like your beauty. They may want to know like beauty tips or secrets, beauty secrets from you. Although I do feel like there's two different camps, you know, of people. There's people that look at you and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to come up to that person. I want to be this person's friend. So you may get that a lot where you get people that want to be your friend or people that are sort of like intimidated by you. Yeah. So you have like this seductiveness about you. If you probably know about sirens and how they have like a almost dangerous sexiness about them. And how sailors are sometimes lured. It's like a folklore that sailors that hear the siren's call and come toward the siren will end up like with, you know, dying or in death or peril. And the siren's energy is a seductive energy, but can be deemed as very dangerous. Interesting that comes up for you here, how people notice when you walk into a room that you could have like almost like this seductiveness that's a little bit dangerous, or I don't think you could be too sexy, but like, yeah, like almost like beyond compare is what I'm hearing. Like you stand out because you're beyond comparison. Just I think too it's your not attitude, but your strength of character. You know who you are, and you got confidence that other people either want to emulate or are triggered by you. Okay, you can trigger people sometimes. Because you look very sensuous, very, very seductive with this Siren card. And you look kind of like you have sort of like royalty vibes, or I don't know, some people might think that you're like, if they have low self-esteem, they may get triggered by you, or say think that you kind of look like you walk around like you're royalty, or I don't know, I'm just getting like very, very, you have a beautiful body, and you're very hot. And this can trigger some people that don't have haven't been like blessed with the physical beauty that you have. So that is something real that is going on here when you walk into a room. My pile number 1. You just hold your head high with such confidence. And I'm seeing something here too about like a swan to an ugly duckling. There's something here about like Spirit is showing me like this swan and this ugly duckling little. I think that for some of you, maybe it's either two things. It's either that inside, maybe let's say when you were younger, you didn't feel as attractive, but you've grown into this beauty or something, or your looks have somehow transformed. So maybe you suffered from feeling like less than in the looks department when you were younger, and now you're coming into your hotness, I want to say. Or this could be that you are more beautiful than you actually know or admit to yourself. And it's time to start admitting it and loving yourself and really owning who you are and what you are, because you are amazing. And you have a uniqueness about you. And I feel like too, like with the Fool here, that can be about like, I guess, being willing to try new styles, new fashions. But also there's like a newness with yourself, like keeping yourself new. You're keeping people guessing. So like there's this element of you changing or transforming all of the time into somebody like who's more confident, more authentic, more sure of yourself, and therefore more and more beautiful and sexy. And also I'm hearing gracious. So there's something gracious about you too. With the Queen of Pentacles, I do feel like many people, when they hear you speak, they feel like you speak with a lot of wisdom. And a lot of people feel like they want to be your friend because you seem to give good advice, or like speak with wisdom, like as if you've been there, you've done that, you've done a lot of things. Yeah, you can really give great advice. So I feel like with you, my pile too, you kind of carry more power within you and more physical beauty than you're really, really aware of, which is very fascinating to me. And you can get people somewhat like hostile towards you when you enter the room. Did you ever feel that? Did you ever feel that when you enter a room, like all eyes on you, and it may be like a little bit, almost like give you like a paranoid feeling, or like makes you question why? It could be for basically two reasons. You're either like making people feel like they want to be near you, or like I said, like you trigger them, like kind of make them feel intimidated. Okay. But I think it's because not only your beauty, but because of the things that you know, because you seem to look very wise. Um, and people just assume you could be very intuitive just by the things you say when you open your mouth to speak. Also, you could give off like very wise kind of, I don't know, like wise vibes with the things that you wear too. You could wear things that kind of denote that you're a very spiritual person. This could be ranging from anywhere, anything to crystals or oh, what else could it be? It could be like flowy things like kimonos or flowy soft clothing like that, or I don't know, just something like that that would, or different, different spiritual types of jewelry, clothing, and there's like a whole vibe and aesthetic that goes with this. So you could really embody this. Perhaps that's the uniqueness. That's part of it. But for some reason, when you enter a room, people know that you are very spiritual, very wise. And when you talk, that's when people really want to listen. They really want to listen up to what you have to say. You make people very curious to know what you're going to say next, is what Spirit just said. So, yeah, I feel like, too, for this group, you could literally make people jealous for basically any myriad of different reasons. You may get, I'm not going to lie, like you could have a lot of haters. But it is this innate power that you hold, and people, they could either like give you a dirty look or look away. Like maybe they can't look at you in the eyes, so they look away because you have a very intense gaze or stare or some intensity about you, a very powerful look. And so people do get either like very jealous of you or sometimes scared, because it's, I feel like too, the reason why they get scared, because I'm hearing like they get scared, is because they think, like some people think you can like literally read their minds, okay, or know what they're thinking at any given time. So it's like maybe you've been intuitive and said something in front of somebody and they're like, how the hell did you know that? You know, or, and it scares them. Like it literally scares them. It's too much. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. But I'm just hearing like, never dim your light for anybody. You just keep being you because your intuition is on point. But you are more powerful than you realize. Once people see you, it's like they can't get you off of their minds. I'm seeing like a crown in my head. So I'm seeing in my mind's eye like a crown. I really do feel like you do have royalty vibes, or like you could have even lived another life if you believe in this. I do. I believe in that we have other lifetimes. But that's okay if you don't. This is just what I'm being told from Spirit, that you could have had a lifetime, in another lifetime you could have lived as royalty, have royal blood, like a royal bloodline, or have been like a queen or a king in a past life, because you really do have these very regal, very royal vibes about you. I mean, look at her, how stately she looks. And she knows exactly who she is, and she doesn't feel threatened. And that's how you are. And that kind of like, that puts other people kind of either, like I said, like in defense mode, or it magnetizes them and they want to soak it up like a sponge, soak up your energy and be like, show me more about you. Tell me about you. Like, how is it that you are so fascinating, so intelligent, and so intuitive? I'm really sensing here too with this Page of Swords that you can have very strong convictions, very strong beliefs, and you speak your mind, okay? When you enter a room and people, you know, when they hear you speak and they hear you speaking their mind, people are just like, wow, you really believe in what you're saying. You really have strong convictions. And like if you won't just, I'm hearing a quote, like you just won't fall for any old thing or be manipulated easily either. I'm hearing like if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And group number 1, you stand up for your convictions and you will just walk away from somebody who is saying something that you do not, like it does not resonate as something that is good for you. If it's toxic, if it's negative, if it's bad, you do the right thing. You walk away, you protect yourself. You have this, it is kind of a feistiness, but it's good because you are protecting yourself and people know this about you, that they can't, you know, they can't treat you a certain way. You have self-respect and that is really, really coming through. You just seem very abundant too, very, very lucky, very wealthy. With this like rat here, this fat rat, it just kind of gives me this energy that like people assume that you have everything you need. And they also feel like you have this almost like this shield around you, almost like a shield of protection around you, because people that are negative, okay, people that, let's say, you know, you enter a room, they try to talk about you, or even if these are people that are just people that you know that are talking about you behind your back, they could be starting to talk about you and then all of a sudden, boom, something happens. They stub their toe or, you know what I mean? Like that something, it's like something bad happens to them immediately after they were just having like a negative or bad conversation about you or said something bad about you. As soon as they like speak it, yeah, or very soon after, that's what I'm really getting. So that's what is coming across here with that, the rat, and that feels like protection around you. And this feeling like you literally have everything you need. This can also trigger some people because they may get jealous that, and this could even be friends or so-called friends, that you seem to have like a nice clothes, you seem to have nice things, even nice accessories. People that know you may know that you just live in a very nice home, drive a nice car, that kind of thing. So you seem to have everything that you need. And it's like the world is your oyster. Some people might think that about you, whether that's true or not. Many people may look at you and think that the world is your oyster. You just have to get what you want. You make everything look easy. And all the things that you choose to wear look nice together. Like your outfits always look nice. And also you tend to make things look better, like make things look prettier. You could like do great flower arrangements or table settings or whatever you do. It's like, this could even be the way you decorate your home. You just seem to be like one of those people that everything you touch is pretty, you know? You have a real, it's almost like feng shui or something. It's very balanced. The way that you seem to know how to place things Yeah, so many people notice this in your clothing choices, the way that you match and pair things, colors, different accessories. You just seem like you naturally have a gift for this. That's what they think when you enter the room. Many people do notice, though, that like each time they see you, because this is for like people that repeatedly see you. When you come into the room, they see you like it's almost like you're changing all the time, and every time they see you're literally having some kind of glow up, getting even more and more beautiful, confident, sexy every time. You have very transformative type of energy about you. It's like you're always blessed, you're always changing, you're always leveling up. So you're always changing for the better. It's like this real rebirth type of energy. People feel like they look at you and they feel like you seem very generous. And when they hear you speak, they can tell from your voice that you're very kind and you have good energy and that you're very compassionate. Yeah, you're well balanced. You're very nourishing. You have a patience about you. You don't seem rushed. You don't seem like you're in a rush. You seem to keep your cool. You seem to stay pretty calm. You're very smart. You could be very creative or thinking very innovative in different ways. That could be in your style and just your expression, your verbal expression, how you articulate your thoughts and put those into words. Or it could literally be things that you do with your hands, like composing music or playing musical instruments or artwork. But yeah, you're creative. I feel like people notice this mostly with your aesthetic and how you've created your aesthetic, your different styles. And, you could keep people on their toes too. Like, one day you might focus on one kind of aesthetic, and then like another day, maybe you'd have like a different type of aesthetic, because with the Page of Swords, that can be indicative of that you like to change it up sometimes, even if it's just little things here and there, but like you keep people guessing. And that's why I say, like, every time they see you, and this could be your friends, like every time they see you, you always, you look better and better and better. And you always keep people guessing, keep them just wondering about you. Anyways, my pile number 2, I hope you enjoyed this. Please hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed today's reading. And if you liked it, please hit that like button. And also, please leave me a comment and let me know if this resonated with you. I would love to hear your feedback. If you would like a personal reading, definitely check out my description box below for more information on how to obtain a personal reading with me. And if you enjoy 18 plus uncensored readings, I do offer those on my Patreon, and it's only $3 a month to join, so feel free to check that out. A link to my Patreon is in my description box below. If you would like to donate to my channel, it's never expected, but always appreciated. And you can find more information on how to do that in my description box below as well. Much love to you all. Stay beautiful and blessed. Until next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful and lovely pile number 2. So if you chose image 2 or this moonstone, you're in the right place for today's pick a card reading, all about what do people notice when you enter the room. So I am going to be using a couple of different oracle decks, and I'm just going to cleanse the space and say a quick little prayer to Spirit. Spirit, please be here now with me. Help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to my pile number 2. collective, all about what do people notice about them when they enter the room. And Spirit, please speak through me. Thank you. All right. So I will lay down all the cards first. I don't do pre-shuffling because I don't like that. The reason I don't like pre-shuffling is because I like to do it on camera. Otherwise, it just seems disingenuous. So I like to shuffle on camera so that you all can see that I'm shuffling. And I always shuffle until I get a tingling sensation in my solar plexus area. We got two birds here. We've got like a parakeet, and at least I think that's a parakeet, and or maybe it's a macaw. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. And we've got a penguin. So you could be an air sign. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are, but you could be. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. Now I'm going to get into the, oh, wow, that wanted to come out. Okay. Light Seers Tarot. Got the Three of Cups. The Four of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. Oh, wow, the Page of Cups. You could have Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer in your chart, too. And the Star. Wow. Pile number 2. What a great set of cards you got here. I'm already getting a picture in my mind of what it is about you that people notice. The Mirror. Ooh. That card's got such a deep meaning. Such a deep, deep meaning. The King. Ooh. Royalty vibes. I love that. All right, so I can already tell from looking here that it's like, you know, you walk into the room. People notice that you have kind of like very friendly vibes, very, almost like very, yeah, you could have an independent nature. You're very intelligent, very, very, almost like wise beyond your years kind of vibes. But you kind of also have this attitude like you're not giving away every thought, every feeling you have. You keep some things to yourself, you know? There's just some things you keep to yourself. Yeah, you don't give all your secrets away. You don't just tell everybody everything you're feeling. You have this air of mystery about you for sure. The Penguin is somebody who has really good ideas. They're very determined. They could have like a slowly but surely kind of, you know, way about doing things. So you seem like you do things at a good pace. You always move towards your goals. You do look very goal-driven, goal-oriented. You look very successful, okay? You also could draw a lot of companions to you with that Penguin card. That's all about like companions wanting to be around you. And this is just validated here with the Three of Cups. That's about friendship. So you get a lot of people that want to be your friend. For sure. I just heard loyalty. You could have people thinking that you look like you make a good friend because you seem like a loyal person, very nice, kind. The next thing I want to do is I want to look into that bird. I don't know, like I said, if it's a parakeet, a macaw. So I am going to look up the meaning of that one. So just give me a moment. Okay, I'm back and I looked that card up because this is a new deck to me. And that is actually a parrot. And the parrot is very unafraid. The parrot is somebody who looks very bold, unafraid, not afraid to speak your mind. Okay. So that's how people see you when you walk into the room, as you carry yourself with a lot of confidence and that you speak your mind and your truth. And a lot of people trust your opinion because of this. And a lot of people, right when they don't even know you, they'll just give you their respect. Okay. It's almost like you can command a lot of respect. Not only because of what you say, but the way you say it when you speak in a public place or around friends or, wherever you're speaking. As soon as you open your mouth and when you say the words that you say, you speak it well. Okay. And it's also warmed by your sense of humor. You have a great sense of humor and you have a really wonderful positive outlook on life. And people can really they just love that about you. It's attractive and people feel like they can really open up to you and fully express themselves to you whenever you're around. So you may get this when, if you go somewhere, people just seem like they're really happy to see you. This is one of the reasons why. It's because your presence just brings that sense of delight and a real calmness over others. And it makes them think like that it makes them think like that you're just a really great person to be around, And I also hear from Spirit that when you make a promise, you try to keep your promises. So there is like this immediate trust that you exude. So now, another thing too about the penguin that I am noticing is that some people may feel that like if they don't know you, they may wonder if you are somebody who is open and will be receptive. But I feel like after it doesn't take long and people realize like, oh, you may come across as being like that a little bit at first, but then people are like, oh, okay, like this person's really, really nice. But you may come across as like, you see how the penguin's kind of puffing out his chest a little bit there. And you know how penguins are. They kind of like walk with their chest forward. They look like a very confident, they have a confidence about them. That's how they look to me, like with their chests all puffed out like that. They're so adorable. I love penguins. Anyways, you guys kind of have this like walk about you that you kind of walk with your chest puffed out a little bit. Like you have confidence. You know who you are. You celebrate who you are. You have a colorful personality too, very vibrant, because the colors here in this parrot are denoting that to me. And Spirit is really drawing my attention to all those colors and saying, you have a very colorful, vibrant personality. But you also have a lot of healing properties. Many people can tell this about you, that you're very wise and spiritual with the cups here. You got not only one, but two different cups cards here, the Queen and the Page of Cups. So that's why earlier I said you may be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but not necessarily. But you're just that kind of person who comes across as very knowledgeable about spiritual things and about people. You are really good with people. That's why you seem to attract a lot of friends. And we get the Mirror here, which really speaks about people like almost like being able to see themselves in you, or at least they want to. They want to be able to look into your eyes and see themselves almost like kind of like being able to see themselves the way that you see them. And they're hoping that you see them in good favor, in a good light. People want to please you. They want to impress you. I am sensing that too. Some people with the Mirror may want to be like you, like think about your mirror reflection and how it looks like, you obviously. I feel like with the Mirror here, what that is telling us is that there's people that really want to be like you. And with the King here, that tells me that you have a stately presence about you. The King is somebody who's a wonderful leader. You could have great leadership skills, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why you immediately earn people's respect, and you don't even really have to do much. It's just like people see you as a fair leader, somebody who, you think of others. You're not selfish. You're a very giving, caring, and genuine leader. And many people look up to you. That's the thing, is that people look up to you. They admire you. And you do, though, have a very ethereal and magnetic beauty about you. That is undeniably so. And what I'm also getting is that there's a curiosity. People look at you. They want to talk to you. They want to hear everything you have to say. People can tell you you're so nice. You know, they just can tell you have so much inner beauty that radiates and just shines through you. You have such a gentle soul, such a gentleness about you. And you know, they can tell this because you have such a genuine smile. It's not a fake smile. It's a genuine smile. You have a nice smile, and you smile with your whole face and your eyes and everything. Also, people just do, whenever you walk into a room and they hear you speaking, they do hear that you have this wisdom about you, you know, with that spiritual wisdom being really present there. It's definitely showing up whenever you open up your mouth and you speak. People are heeding your advice, listening up, tuning into what you're saying. There's a real interest and an intrigue about it. If you're out and about and you walk into a room, there may be people that are interested in you romantically that may assume right away that, you know, you're out of their league. At least at first, you know, they may assume that you're taken, that you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a significant other. Just because of your beauty and the confidence that you exude, they're just thinking, man, you know, this person must be taken. They also may think that, yeah, you're out of their league. Or they could be intimidated by your presence. But once they get to know you, they understand that, okay, there's nothing to be intimidated about. It's just that you kind of come across as like, yeah, this kind of like unwilling to talk too personally to strangers, you know, you guard yourself. And so other people may just kind of view this as a little bit intimidating. But I mean, of course, you're not going to meet somebody and tell them all your secrets and your whole life story. I pile number 2, because you're just not that way. You're not that way, but like some people are. But I don't feel like you're that way. You keep some things to yourself until you get to know somebody. So when you first walk into a room, you really project yourself with so much confidence and everything like that. But I feel like then once people like get used to your presence and stuff, or they know you a bit better, they can kind of relax and be like, oh, okay, this person's really very nice. Because you do kind of portray like these real like respectable traits and qualities that make people like really respect you, but like I said, almost like be intimidating. Okay, what else, Spirit? So yeah, you have a lot of people that think you're very beautiful. Also, they see that you look very successful. And you look like you are achieving things. And some people may want to ask you for either advice or how you got to the place where you just seem genuinely happy. You know, you seem very, very happy with yourself, with life. And you always look very well put together and professional. You don't go for the sloppy look. You go for like more like put together. And many people do see you in that way. When you walk into a room, they see you as somebody who looks professional. You look like you're hardworking. Some would say you look like a lucky person. You have great energy. You can really lift the room, the energy of the room too. Because like these rays that are coming out of here, out of the hand, it really, really reminds me of like the auric field and how your auric field is vibrating really high, and you really can elevate a room and make people feel happy because of your true happiness. I feel like you have found true happiness from within. You can create your happiness. You know how to do that. You know how to tap into your authentic happiness. If you do walk into a room with your significant other, people think what a cute couple you are, what a power couple you are. They see how much your person really loves and cares about you. It's just very, very obvious. A lot of people want to be like you. If you are a couple with somebody, they want to be like you. Some people, it may make them a little insecure or jealous about your relationship, but I feel like it's just because you guys look so cute together and so happy. One thing you may have to or want to just kind of be, I guess, aware of is that some people may be very attracted to your partner, okay? And may have, thoughts about your partner or even want to flirt with your partner. But no worries because you guys are such a good couple. But just be aware of it that there are people that find your partner to be very attractive as well. That's what Spirit is bringing through. But even if you do or you don't, this is about you, but I just had to bring that up because Spirit was bringing that through. Oh yeah, and by the way, I just want to take a moment right now too to just say, if you're enjoying this reading so far, if you could just hit that subscribe button or like or leave me a comment so far on your thoughts about this, and then we'll continue. But I just had to get that in there because I'm trying to grow my channel, and also I want your feedback. How are you liking this reading? Is it resonating with you? All right, let's go ahead and continue. So people are just very entertained by you because you literally walk into a room and your happiness is contagious. So it's like I'm hearing that song, the party don't start till I walk in. Yeah, so the party doesn't start until you arrive, and you are just full of life, full of zestiness, full of life. And people are very just naturally entertained by you. You're so funny. Your sense of humor is funny. You have an interesting way of looking at things. And I'm hearing like comedic relief. So you could like to watch a lot of comedies. Maybe you have like an arsenal of jokes that you tell, or something just about you is very witty or very funny, and you're very charming too. Some people might look at you and they think, oh, you have the perfect life, Even if maybe you do, maybe you don't, but this is just how people view you when you walk into the room. People see you as somebody who has like the perfect life, like the perfect partner, an abundance of wealth and spiritual knowledge and happiness, and you seem like the total package, the real deal. And you also have like a lot of playful type of energy, healing type of energy, I want to say, with the cups here. That's really reminded me of like healing energy. Very, very, I don't know why I'm hearing Snow White vibes. Just very like pure. You have like a pureness about you, a sweetness. And that is what I'm really sensing about you. Spirit, is there anything else that you want us to know about pile 2 and how they're viewed when they walk into the room? I just heard crazy about you. I feel like when you walk into a room, people do kind of go crazy over you. Like somehow it like prompts something inside of them to action, So it's either going to be that they come up to you, or they get jealous and go away. But there's some kind of call to action that they feel like they need to get up and do something. You attract people, a lot of people. But also you can like repel people that are insecure because of your happiness. Sometimes people, if their energy is really low, it's too much to be around you. That's the thing that's really coming through. It's like, yes, you're appealing to many people because of who you are, but to some people, like, your happiness is just too much because they're in a state of depression, or they want to feel down, they want to feel blue, and your happiness is just like, you're one of those happy shiny people, and like, for some people it's just too much. But a lot of people are attracted to this because you have the healing energy, and your vibes feel so good. And the way you uplift people, you can really take people from feeling like they're having a crappy day to putting them in such a positive mindset. Like, if you walk into your office or your workplace and there's people that are just looking miserable, when you walk in, people just look up, they smile, they seem to come to life and become animated, and it becomes like a good day. You really, I feel too, I'm getting this image from spirit of like, you are able to walk into a room and get people talking to one another. You can be somebody who's an instrument for getting people to open up, to share. So I'm being shown this personal story. I'm gonna equate it to what spirit is showing me about you. But one time I went into a room full of people because it was for some job training that I was going through at the time, and I was meeting with people that I didn't know. So a bunch of strangers. There were about 10 people sitting in a small room, and I walked in and I felt very uncomfortable because nobody was talking to each other. And I started just saying, hey, I'm so and so, and who are you, and what do you think of this and stuff. And I basically got everybody opening up and talking to each other, and prior to that, everybody was just staring at the wall, like not talking to each other or anything. And I tell you, it felt so good to be able to get that room alive and talking to each other, and like, it just felt amazing. So I feel like you have that gift too, that you can really bring things to life, bring situations to life where people may just be sitting around not talking to each other or whatever. Like I said, like, you are the party starter. You are the one that gets things ignited. You get things going. You come in and you shake things up. Okay, that is what is coming through. Spirit is bringing that through for you. So thank you, Spirit, for that. You could have very noticeable accessories too, Spirit is saying, because Spirit is bringing my attention to the jewelry here. You could like to wear head wraps or something like that. That is very unique. You have unique clothing, like your clothing. You could even make your own clothes on a sewing machine or get them like secondhand. Maybe you like clothes from like a different era. This could be clothing from like the 70s or the 90s. I am sensing that. Very unique. You have a unique style about you, but it works. You can pull anything off. You can do it. You can literally pull off anything that you so desire. You can wear what you want to. You can. And you have a natural beauty about you too, where if you are a woman, you don't even have to wear that much makeup or any, and you still look very naturally pretty or beautiful. And you just appear very, also physically very fit and strong, and like healthy. Yeah, physically fit, strong, and healthy. Whether you go to the gym and slave away every day or not, you appear like you're very physically fit and healthy, like you take good care of yourself. So people may see you as very dreamy, because I'm hearing dreamboat, and my attention is being drawn here to these feet in the air. People may think that you're very dreamy, you're very imaginative, you have good ideas. If you're in a group of people, brainstorming about different things, you're the one that always comes up with the unique ideas. You're the one that offers a really unique and fresh perspective on things. And that is a true gift. You are truly gifted. And many people see that about you. All right, my pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here. Please take a moment to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed today's reading. And please like and leave me a comment. That really does help me. It helps me to know if you enjoyed the video, and it helps my channel to grow. So please do remember to do those things. And also, if you need a personal reading, definitely check out my description box below for more information on how you can obtain a personal reading with me. And if you enjoy 18 plus uncensored love readings, I do offer those on my Patreon for only $3 a month. So there's a link to my Patreon in my description box below. Just go down and click on that and check that out. And feel free to join me over at my Patreon. Also, if you'd like to donate to my channel, it's never expected, but it's always appreciated. And if you do, I will always get things to put back into this channel, like tarot cards, oracle cards, gemstones, candles, incense, sage, those kind of things. I always take the donations and put it back into the channel. So it's never expected, like I said, but always appreciated. Thank you again so much. And thank you to my returning subscribers. Love you all so much, and take it easy, stay blessed, and until next time, bye. Hello and welcome. So if you chose Bronzite or Image 3, you are in the right place for today's pick a card, all about what do people notice about you when you enter the room. So it will be very in-depth. I am going to be using the Light Seers Tarot. I'm also going to be using some oracle cards and the Archetypes Oracle by Kim Krantz, and my intuition as we go along. All right, so I will begin with cleansing our space and saying a quick little prayer to Spirit. So Spirit, please be here now. Help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to my pile number 3 collective, all about what do people notice about them when they enter the room. Please speak through me, Spirit. And thank you. All right. So I always shuffle until I get a tingly sensation in my solar plexus, and then I know it's time to stop. I will be laying out the cards, and then I'll be going into what they mean. So we've got a rabbit with a light bulb. And we have the bear, it looks like. Ooh, interesting. 2 very interesting, unique cards. And I will be shuffling the Light Seers Tarot next. Spirit, please help me to choose the correct cards. All right, now I'm going to be shuffling the archetype cards. We got the animal and the mirror. Pile 2 had the mirror too, so if you were feeling, drawn to pile 2, there may be some messages in there for you. Okay, so let me just take a look here at what we've got so that I can get the overall picture of what or how it is that people view you when you enter a room. I feel like with what's coming out really is with that wheel, you have a familiarity about you. And it's like, you make people feel comfortable, at rest, at ease. When you come in to view, you bring like a peacefulness, a peaceful, um, like auric nature about you. You bring peaceful vibes. You're not somebody that likes to fight, you know? And you may be one of those people who likes to spend time at home, or, you don't maybe like to go out that much. But when you do go out, you're very noticed because of, your natural beauty, and this aura that you present to the world. And so up at the top, we have the rabbit and the bear. And so I would like to go into what these represent for you, as far as what does that mean that you got the rabbit and the bear in this reading? Well, with the rabbit, and actually it's a silver hair. It looks like a regular rabbit, but it's called a silver hair. And so it's basically, when you get the silver hair is kind of one of those people that, like I was saying, like, they don't really love to go out in public. You may get a little bit of anxiety going into public, and you may get a little bit fearful because you're very empathic. And it's one of those things that, yeah, fear can be palpable, and people may sense that timidity about you. They sense that you're a very genuine, warm, kind person, but that they can tell that you have like a little bit of reservation, that you may not like to be out in social situations all that much, because it can kind of freak you out in some ways. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like it can be overwhelming to be out sometimes. So people can kind of see you when you enter the room, that you might like kind of look a little bit like almost like a fish out of water, kind of like a little bit, you may keep to yourself, and be more reserved. With the bear here, we've got just somebody who shows a strength. And even though you maybe don't really present as the most comfortable person being out in public, you present as somebody who is strong, and you have like a strength of character. You hold yourself together. You hold yourself together emotionally, and people also can't help but notice that your frame, your body it has like a certain strength about it too. But yeah, you have this strength about you that you can get through literally anything, and determination in your eyes. And so I really do sense that even though you may not really fully enjoy being in public, because it may, or going into a new situation, it may give you some fear. you're very strong. Whenever you do go out, you're always like, you may have to force yourself, to go up to people, to talk to people, but you're pretty good at it, and you have pretty good social skills. You can push through awkward moments. You seem to be able to be good at finding things that connect you and other people. And like I said, like for some of you, that maybe, it, and the other thing is, I was just going to say something, but I decided that Spirit wanted me to tell you something else because Spirit put something in my mind, which is that you have a really beautiful personality. And also, you're very beautiful on the outside. And you may be self-conscious. Don't be self-conscious. Spirit wants you to know, don't be self-conscious when you go out in public, because you're very, very beautiful and you can literally talk to anyone. You may be afraid of like being judged or whatever, but you've got so many people that actually admire you, and you're very, very empathic, compassionate. You can put yourself in somebody's shoes. I feel like you've been through a lot in this lifetime already. It doesn't even matter. You could only be like maybe 20 or 30 years old, but you've been through so much in your lifetime already, and you're very wise beyond your years. And many people see you as a lot stronger than you might even think that you are. But they can sense a little bit of timidity or reservation. But I feel like people are drawn to you. In your eyes, there's like a story that your eyes hold. And there's a little bit of like, I want to say sadness or something, that people just kind of want to talk to you. People want to get to know you, and they want to know your story of what you've gone through and how this has shaped you and how this has made you stronger, because they can see both sides of you. That yet, even though you may be a little bit timid or fearful in public places or situations like that, because of your empathy and also a sense of being self-conscious, there's also a strength about you that you can push through it. You hold yourself together, like I said, and this really makes people admire you. You've been through a lot. I see here with the Five of Cups that like you haven't always had it easy, but you've been working on this so much. For some of you, you could have even been doing like mirror affirmations or positive affirmations to help you to get your self-esteem up. So we've got the mirror here, and Spirit is showing me an image of like somebody kind of like looking in the mirror, pumping themselves up, saying things that are like positive affirmations in the mirror. It's something that Spirit is saying is called mirror manifestations. So you could, like to do those for your self-esteem. You have gone through so much, and you've gone through quite a transformation. Like, I feel like you push yourself to get out there, to meet new people, even when it's hard. That is so admirable. And as a result of getting out there, of making yourself do things even when it's hard, you've become a more balanced person. You are very well balanced, and people see you that way. They see you as somebody who both has a shadow side and a light side. You've integrated the two. You have worked on your shadow side. People could see this in your eyes, that you have like almost like earth angel vibes, very angelic or ethereal vibes. People can tell though that you have gone through a lot and you've processed quite a lot. They can just tell. You could have a very special tattoo that symbolizes the strength that you've gone through, these warrior types of vibes that you really exhibit. And so, yeah, there could be something like this, like, and also I'm hearing like for some people, so for some of you out there, you could have like the kind of look or aesthetic that could sometimes like almost like make people wonder about you. So it could be that you have a lot of tattoos, or you have um, something that sets you apart in a way that could also make you look somehow intimidating. Like maybe you like to wear black a lot. You know, sometimes when people wear black a lot, other people get scared. I know, like for me, I used to love to wear black. It is my favorite color. I used to wear it. I have a funny story. I used to wear it every day into work. There was no dress code or anything like that, and we could wear whatever we wanted, but I always would choose to wear black every day into work. And I literally scared my coworkers. They were concerned about me. I had people saying to me like, "Why do you always wear black?" Like they were kind of like saying like, "Is something wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you?" And it, I'm not kidding. Like, I got so much grief. I got so much grief from people almost like assuming that I was either like depressed or bad or like deep, I don't know, like something was seriously wrong with me because I chose to wear black every day. So if you can relate to that, you know, this is for you out there who black is your favorite color and you love to wear black. Um, Let me know in the comments below, because that is what I'm really, really sensing, is that there's something about your appearance, your aesthetic, that could be like almost scary to some people. You could be, you could have, oh, like gauges or like lots of piercings or something that, especially people that are in older generations might not understand, or they could give you a lot of grief or judgment for it. But you are so beautiful just the way you are. Um, okay. I just have to say it, like you could have some kind of like rose tattoo or something. I had to say that because spirit was bringing that to my attention, or some kind of like, um, okay, I'm hearing like 777. You could have this number tattooed on your body, or this number could be very significant to you, my pile three. But anyway, when you walk into the room, people notice you because you stand out, and you do get a lot of eyes on you, and they do wonder what kind of story, you know, you've been through. Like they can tell you have a story behind your eyes. Like I said, like they may wonder, like, do you have a sad story? What is your story? They just kind of, they have a curiosity about you. Some people might be afraid, but I think that mostly they see you're a genuine person, that you have a lot of heart, and that because you've been through so much, people, I think you're relatable, you know? I think that's what most people see, is that you're totally relatable. The only people that would be like scared of you or intimidated by you would be like either ultra conservative people, or maybe people that are in an older generation that just don't have a clue. That is what, you know, and these people that are in the older generations that don't have a clue, sometimes these are the ones that are very stuck in their mindset and they can't accept and embrace change. But there are some people in the older generations that, you know, do change with all the changes that society makes and everything like that. Like some people are fluid, some people can change, but some people will judge you because they are stuck in like some kind of stuck mindset. But you get a lot of people here too, yeah, that with the mirror here, that actually admire you and want to be like you. You could have little kids that look up to you. You have so much actual beauty, physical beauty, and you have such a unique look about you. You do you best. Like you rock your looks. You know, if you have that alternative look or goth or punk or whatever, like you rock that. You do it well. You are very, just, you know, the kind of person that people wonder about. They may see that you could know, oh, well, I was going to say, you could see or notice that people stare at you. You may get this a lot because what spirit is telling me is that you're a very focused person. Like you might get stuck in a thought, or kind of like days off, or like look at, like almost like just looking at the wall thinking, because you're a really deep thinker with a philosophical mindset, and you always think about things, like things that are important, big questions in life and stuff. So you get a lot of people just looking at you wondering like, what are they thinking? Because you can have a very, very serious look on your face, you know, and be deep in thought, because you have a high intelligence and you actually are. I see too, you could very well be trying to work on like unplugging from technology, spending more time with meditation. You have done a good job at this if you are working on this. And I feel like you're seeing the importance of meditation or unplugging or turning off devices or distractions for at least a little bit of your day, which is good, and having that structured or unstructured time for just being quiet, quieting your mind. This pose kind of just reminds me of like being in some kind of yoga pose. And people do see you as somebody who is interesting, spiritual, and dynamic. So you have a lot of different things you could share with the world. You do seem very knowledgeable. When you come into a room and you start speaking, people, like I said, they want to listen because they want to hear, like, what is your story? Some people may even want to know, like, if you do have a lot of tattoos or uniquely placed tattoos, they may want to know, like, they may listen or ask you about your tattoos or about your piercings or gauges or whatever it is. You're not a showy person. And when you walk into the room, people can tell that. You're not showy. You're not like, yeah, look at me. You're more of the kind of person that you're very secure in yourself. You know who you are. I feel like you've been through a time where, like I said, you've confronted your shadow side. You embrace everything. You embrace the light and the dark within you, because we all have light and dark within us. Some people run from the shadows. I feel like you have embraced the shadow side. You love yourself. And you know that you're always in constant change. You're always growing, and you're always like accepting. You forgive yourself for past things. And when you walk into a room, people can tell that, you know, as soon as you open your mouth, people can tell that you're the kind of person that's very like loyal. You speak your mind. Sometimes you can be too honest, Spirit is telling me, but you know, you always speak your mind. And you're very, very forgiving of others and yourself. You have a lot of self-respect. You don't like to start drama, and you hate fighting. You're very fair. And you accept a lot of different types of people because you're really friendly. And spiritually, there are a lot of doors opening for you, Spirit is saying. And people could tell that, like, you're somebody who is, you know, is growing, is moving. You have a lot of movement in your life. Some people may, when you are speaking, people may notice that the things you say are very truthful. Sometimes you can be almost like, I want to say like eerily accurate with your intuition. Your truth can almost be too honest for some people. It may put off some people, and if they can't handle it, okay, because you're very honest. And I feel like some people think it's refreshing, honestly. I think that some people think that when you speak your mind, it's like a glass of fresh, cool water that just like, it's satisfying, you know, your honesty. You can really speak your truth. But some people are like repelled by it. And I think why this is because some people just aren't ready for the truth. And sometimes the truth can be brutally in your face. Okay. But you know, I give you a lot of respect because you are speaking your truth, and you know exactly what you believe. And if people want to know your story, I feel like you're very open. If the person seems genuine, like, you make new friends. If you see they're like a kindred spirit or somebody who, especially if they show genuineness and they want to know more about you and your story, as long as that person, like, if you you have a good radar. So like, if this person feels good, like if their vibes and their energy feels good, you will be likely to actually talk to this person and tell them about, you know, your story, as long as you feel like there's trust there. Because the one thing about you is you don't want to get wounded. You don't want to get hurt by people, which I totally understand. Hence that a little bit of timidity when you first go into a place. Like, you kind of assess, like, am I safe? You know, are the people around me nice? Like, you're kind of vigilant, on the lookout. Like, are people, you might have had like a situation in your life where you were brought up with like negative people, or people that made you feel on edge or on guard, or you could have had some situations like that. I know personally I've gone through stuff like that too, where I've had like, I feel like right now I'm in a great place and I have an awesome family, and good friends. But I've been in, like, the past, I've been in situations before where, like, I had negative people surrounding me, or, like, you know, I didn't feel safe, and it kind of translated to whenever I went out in public. I felt this way, so I can totally relate to this, like, that feeling of knowing, like, am I going to be safe when I go out, or is somebody going to, be a jackass? So there's like that element of, you just don't want to get hurt, and you don't want to put yourself out there to the wrong people. Maybe you've attracted like energetic vampires in the past, and you just want the equal reciprocity of somebody that understands what it's like to be mature, and to have like a equal give and take, like, relationship. But yeah, this is what people are thinking about you. They see you're sincere, you have a big heart, and they can tell that about you. Like I said, though, some people do take advantage of that. So it's good that you are vigilant and you are looking out for that. You always have your eyes looking for that. You're always, it's like it's your inner eye, your third eye. You're very intuitive. You can tell if somebody has bad intentions, usually. And if you can't tell right away, it doesn't take too long before you can sniff it out if somebody has like ill intentions, or they're giving you bad vibes. You're really good about like being true to yourself and protecting yourself. But yeah, you could have attracted some bad people in the past that weren't very good for you, but all of these things you've gone through has made you so much stronger as a person. So you get stronger and stronger all the time. So that's why, like, when people see you, they can tell, like, oh yeah, they've been through something, and they aren't gonna take any more crap, but they are strong because of this. So it's almost like people can just kind of tell that about you when you first walk into a room. But you are one of the most sincere and loving people. And whether, you might challenge some people, yeah. You might make people think that your honesty is too much, or who you are, but you are who you are, and you're beautiful the way you are, and keep being you, because don't let anybody take that away from you. Like, Spirit just wants you to know, keep celebrating you, keep being you. You've earned this strength of character. You have earned that with everything that you've gone through. I'm hearing that for some of you, it's been quite a fight, but you've been brave. And life can be like that. It can be hard sometimes, but we just got to trust the process and know that we're doing our best, that we can, and that we're taken care of. And ultimately, you are taken care of. And your Spirit just wants you to know everything will be okay. No matter what you've been through, keep smiling. You're doing great. And keep loving people. And do be careful who you trust. But okay, my Path 3, I was giving you that message, beautiful message from Spirit, when my camera cut out. I don't think that somebody wanted me to tell you that positive encouragement from Spirit, but I had to deliver these messages anyways. So I hope that you enjoyed, and that this really, these truthful messages from Spirit really help you to understand fully your beauty, your inner and outer beauty. And I help you to understand yourself a little bit more through seeing through the eyes of others how they view you. If you've enjoyed this, please consider subscribing to my channel because that really helps my channel to grow, and I would love to have you be part of my YouTube family. And so that you don't miss any more future videos from me, please hit that notifications bell. That way you'll be notified as I release new videos. And if you would like a personal reading, I do offer those. So check out my description box below for more information on how you can obtain a personal reading with me. And if you enjoy 18 plus uncensored love readings, I do offer those at my Patreon for only $3 a month. And you can check out the description box below for more information and a link to my Patreon if you're interested. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, it's never expected, but it's always appreciated. I always put the money back into the channel by purchasing things like tarot cards, oracle cards, gemstones, candles, and that kind of thing. So when you give to the channel, it gives back because I'm able to keep going with this channel and keep it interesting and fun with different tarot cards and oracle cards. So thank you so much. But like I said, it's never, ever, ever expected, but it is always appreciated. Thank you again. And if you were also drawn to any of the other piles, feel free to watch any of the other piles that you were drawn to. I hope that you take care and stay blessed and beautiful, my pile 3. Bye.